In the 1970s and 80s, Saddam Hussein rebuilt the city of Babylon directly on top of the original foundations of ancient Babylon, which had sat there crumbling since 600 BC. In his great effort to restore the city of Babylon, he rebuilt Nebuchadnezzar's great palace. Adjacent to that, Saddam Hussein built a palace unto himself, calling this the rise of Babylon, and Babylon being restored and rebuilt by Saddam Hussein in modern times.
It's too dark in here. I don't think we're going to see anything.
Well, hold on. I know where it's at. Just hang on. I'm looking. I hear something. I'm going to spray the white powder in here so we can see it. Hold it right there. Right over here. Okay. Here we go. This works good. See, you can see the Arabic here?
When I hear about some fantastic claim on the net, I never get excited. I check it out first. So like other Christians, I ran into this claim that 9/11 and Iraq were found in the Bible prophecy. And I'm betting that no credible or well-known organization will back this claim up. I mean, you're talking about a worldwide Bible discovery here, never before known by anyone. Suddenly I saw that a huge worldwide Christian organization called Salem was backing up this discovery with a worldwide press release. I clicked onto their press release and holy cow, the largest Christian communications company in the world was saying this in their press release. Quote, "This biblical find perfectly connects 9/11 Iraq to a specific message of prophecy in the Bible." End quote. This is an astounding new discovery, and this news must spread quickly. Never in my lifetime has such a claim been backed up by the country's leading Christian organization. In fact, such a claim has never been made in all of history.
This is what Paul has found, and this is what he is tying to as he is creating not only just a scriptural cycle, but also a political cycle that ties to these scriptures.
So that does give credibility to the fact that you were aware or could predict the potential.
Welcome back to Talk Back with David Bresnahan. We have on the line a guest this afternoon. His name is Paul Gregersen, and Paul is the author of the book.
Well, talk to somebody that I think we'll find very, very interesting. Paul, are you there?
I'm right here.
Oh, very good, and you're coming in loud and clear. This is Paul Gregersen. Paul was featured in a news article in the Salt Lake Tribune.
Another local man says he is not surprised. In fact, he says he predicted it a long time ago. Paul Gregersen.
Mr. Gregersen, did you get permission from the locals to videotape that cave?
No comment.
New acorns growing on the tree.
Well, let me tell you, Glenn Beck had a great idea when he talked about this evil tree that overcomes this tree of freedom. And this tree that he describes is described in Daniel chapter 4 as the tree of Babylon, which overcomes that which is good. Kind of like the evil tree in the Garden of Eden. Watch what happens when this evil tree absorbs the power of our U.S. economy.
for food, shelter, jobs, and survival under one dictator's dominion, says Daniel. All flesh on the earth was fed by this government tree, a welfare program which enslaved the world.
I bet you think this country's about you, don't you, yeah. Thank you. I've got one sentence I want to read. It's actually a scripture in the Bible. It says, in the day of the harvest, when the ground brings forth the grain, that's talking about the month of September, there shall be a day of great slaughter when the towers fall. The people's faith will increase from the light of the moon to the light of the sun. There shall be 7 times or 7 years, and that kind of happened 7 years after 9/11. There shall be a bridle placed in the jaws of the people, causing them to err. Sounds like our First Amendment rights, folks. This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 25. And I'd like to say that I think we live in the times where the Constitution is hanging by a thread. I think that we have a calling, all of us, to come together. Glenn Beck has a calling. Many others do. All of you have a calling. And so I appreciate the opportunity to perform here and say these words.
Folks, the Bible deliberately builds a case of towers falling, causing great slaughter, meaning a huge number of people killed during September or the harvest season, says Isaiah. The Bible describes the need to heal for a great wound to a nation lasting 7 years or 7 times. 7 years after the towers fell, the Bible then states that a bridle is placed in the people's jaws, causing them to err. That's political correctness, folks. It's like a bridle in your jaws to stop your free speech. The book, Bible of Prophecies of 9/11, is about 9/12 and the Iraq War and Bible prophecy. This has the potential to transform people's thinking.
Let me tell you.
See right here what appears to be the burning bush, and there's Moses standing there with his staff. Now these pictures are somewhat crude. They're not anything that would compare with the professionalism of the Aztecs. There's no question. But try carving something like this into solid rock. It would take quite a bit of painstaking work. Ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bare you on eagle's wings and brought you unto myself. Notice right here that...
Wait, so this information is already recorded in the Bible? Then this writing is nothing new. Why repeat it here?
Well, that's the thing. This is a chapter that nobody really pays much attention to in the Bible. And there's no... God was in the burning bush, and he spoke saying, let my people go free. But notice something very interesting here. The 12 tribes of Israel are depicted here with eagle wings, which is a metaphor of the scripture that said God would deliver his people on eagle's wings. So you notice down here this appears to be the Ark of the Covenant right in between the 12 tribes.